How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And it is some Carton time in the form of their rub, which is a dry rubbed smoked porter beer thing. Anyway, if you watched any of my reviews or you know Carton, they are all about kind of bringing kind of food-based flavors to a lot of their beers, and this one is no exception. I have had this before, but it's been a while. But yeah, it was bestowed to me by a friend of mine, 5'th. Dad, thank you very much for dropping this off to me. I was in a line waiting for beer, sitting there chugging some beers with a couple friends. He said, "Hey man, someone was supposed to come and pick up a bunch of beers, but they're not here. Do you want them?" And I said yes. And they were bulk of Carton beers. So there you go. Thank you very much for dropping those off, 5'th. I really appreciate it. So yeah, let's dive in and see what she's got. As far as what it says on a can, it says drink off the beaten craft. Rub. Dry rub smoked porter. 6.5% alcohol by volume. Let's see here. Ingredients. Basically, they have their own spiel on the can all the time here, and it's kind of like the actual recipe it looks like for the rub itself. It's 2 cups Ethiopian Sidamo medium roast ground Turkish, 1 cup organic cocoa powder, unsweetened, no alkaline, half cup diamond kosher salt, half cup organic light brown sugar, quarter cup, ground black pepper, 3 tablespoons organic ground cinnamon, 2 tablespoons cayenne, 1 tablespoon ground cumin, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, and 3/4 cup per 20 gallons at flame out. 3/4 cup in secondaries. They're actually telling you that's what they put in the beer itself. I wonder if that's the actual rub itself that he actually makes for the that's based off of. I'd be curious to see that. So Augie, when you watch this, let me know. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Label wise, it's Carton. I dig it. I always love their labels because it has a little campfire, little spigot kind of pork thing going on in there right now, and kind of sitting there roasting a pig over fire and a whole bunch of stuff going in the background. But their labels are pretty much all the same, just a little bit different verbiage and styling. But I've always liked their labels from the get-go. So yeah, let's see what we have here. Crack this sucker open. Going in a little Carton Teku action here because, yeah, when in Rome, they say, right? So give this sucker a proper pour, or try to at least. I'll probably butcher it and fuck it up in some form or fashion. Anyway, 1.5. I mean, that's fucking creaminess as creaminess could be. You want to have your kind of porter look to it. When you're talking about a head, you want to have that nice, tight, compact bubbles, that infinite kind of creamy top to it. Looks like a fucking cloud on a fucking, I don't know what kind of day, stormy day, shitty day, whatever. It's a fluffy fucking cloud. Dark, not super dark, but dark enough to where, it's a dark beer. Words. So yeah, there you go. Looks like a porter. Let's see if we can get a nose on this sucker. I'm not getting that much spice out of this, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, it's a start at 4SF 5 years. This is this year's release, which I think, as of this filming, we're right almost the beginning of November, so has some time on it, but not that much time. But I'm not getting too much of the spices in the nose. What I am is getting that quintessential kind of porter kind of nose to it, to where you're getting that kind of subtle caramel, kind of brown sugary note, roasted malt, like a lactosey kind of vibe. It's a little bit almost like it's giving me like not even lactose, almost like a milk, like a creamer kind of vibe to it. That's pretty much it. I mean, really not much there in the nose. I mean, it smells like a nice fluffy porter, let's put it that way. So, she looks the part. She smells like a nice porter. I'm getting a little bit of burn in my nose right now from, like, spices. So, there is something in there. So, let's dive in and see what she's got. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not huge, but I got it right away. I got this punch. It's like super far. I'm not a big proponent of like talking about exactly where flavors are in a palate. On the back of my tongue, like literally right before this shit drops down into my gullet, I have this savory kind of like rubbed meat vibe going on way in the back there. Is it cool as fuck? Yeah. I don't know if I actually like it, but it's fucking interesting and cool, which is the fucking name of the game. So yeah, then I fucking like it. Let's put it that way. It's really weird how where it is. Really weird. Yeah. It's there in the beer. That's well, it's so bizarre. I think it's most of that cayenne I'm getting in there because it's like a pepperiness. Not oh garlic definitely. Yeah, I mean it's talking about Sedamo coffee. I'm not really getting much there. Cocoa powder, maybe a super dark chocolate, unsweet. I mean it's unsweetened, no alkaline, so sure. Saltiness, yeah, there's a base salinity to it. Black pepper, sure. The ground cinnamon, not so much. That cayenne and that garlic is just popping on the back there. That's the mainstays of what actually I'm getting on the beer itself. So, yeah, it's there. It's really weird. It's almost like it's like if you ate. How do I put this? It's like if you're drinking a porter with like an overly spiced piece of meat. It's almost like porchetta style, but with those kind of fucking ingredients going on. And you eat it, and you have that residual kind of flavor from the meat itself kind of lingering in the back there while you're drinking the porter itself. That's what I'm getting from this. And it's kind of cool. The coolest thing about it is that it's not like a synthetic or a kind of knockoff kind of flavor. It's not like they're like, it tastes like, and I'm sure it is, these are the flavors that are in there. These are the actual spices that are in the beer itself. It doesn't taste like they're trying to mimic that. It actually tastes like a garlic powder and that cayenne in there. It's super interesting. I'm not sure if it's a beer. Obviously, a beer I'd love to chug. I think it's more of a fun beer, a beer you kind of share with friends and kind of have it kind of throw it into a share maybe, or just kind of crack it with some friends over a couple other beers and kind of experience it together and kind of talk about it, how fun it is in the background. But it's not something that like I'd like to drink a couple in a night too. Let's put it that way. But interesting, definitely interesting. The actual beer itself, nice mouthfeel, creaminess, a little bit of roasted malt, a little bit of like kind of like I'm getting like I think the chocolate itself is coming from like a roasted malt chocolate vibe from it. I don't know if it's actually from the chocolate and the spices itself, but yeah, super cool, fun as fuck, and that does not suck. So let's talk about it because it's gonna be a weird one to talk about. It's one of the better. Let's just go straight up porters that I've had as late. No, but yeah. It's one of the more interesting beers I've had as of late, which, again, like I said, that's the shit that turns me on, so I dig it. Value and availability, brewery only, I think. And it was given to me, so I can't speak to that if someone wants to chime in. And just say, if you like what we like this, if you like food, if you like interesting, if you like experiences, do you know what I mean? Because it's like, are you going to find a better porter out there? Sure. Are you gonna find a beer that gives you that kind of flavor on the back? I don't know if it's gonna be for everybody, but for me, way back in the back of your tongue, it makes you kind of weird, like you're almost like burping up a little bit of fucking barbecue while you're drinking a beer. No, and that's the fun part about it is that it just kind of delivers that in a kooky fucking cool fucking way, and yeah, it's just fun as fuck. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below and all that shit. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, on tap, Massive Beers in all four of those places. And yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a interesting beer like this one right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.